When calculating standard deviation and variance, it is much easier to do it on a calculator than it is by hand. I already have some numbers in my calculator that I want to find the standard deviation and variance for. And so I'm going to begin by first pressing the Stat button. Next, I press the over arrow to highlight Calc at the top of the screen, and then I'm going to look for one variable stats and make sure it's highlighted. Next, I'm going to press the Enter button, and again look for this summary on the screen. I'm going to make sure that the list I want to find the standard deviation and variance for is showing here, and then use the down arrow to highlight Calculate, and then press Enter. So when looking for standard deviation, there are two options that will show up on your calculator, and they show as SX and sigma x. SX is your sample standard deviation. Sigma x is your population standard deviation. Your calculator will not show you variance, but you can calculate variance from your two standard deviations. So to find variance, you take each of your standard deviation values and you square them. So to find sample variance, I'm going to take my sample standard deviation, which is 7, and square it. So as you can see, all of that previous information disappears, and I'm just typing up here on the screen. So to find variance, I just hit Enter. Now you can either write those numbers down on a separate piece of paper to know what you have, or you can always go back to Stat, go over to Calc, and go back through the screens to find the value for population standard deviation, to then be able to calculate population variance. So you don't need to take this whole number, you can round it off to say 6.599, 6.6, wherever your instructor wants you to round it to. So you could use 6.6 and then square it, Enter, for population variance. So this is how to find standard deviation and variance in your graphing calculator.